Yeah. So once again, brilliant testing here. Um, I don't know what's going on with my setup. My setup is not where it needs to be. Anyway, hi everybody. For those of you just tuning in, you're running a little bit late because I'm on chapter 27 of my dad's manuscript and I'm reading that. Um, I'm practicing for later when I'm going to be doing other readings, and then I'm going to be editing at the same time. Um, I wasn't sure if I was going to be recording today or streaming today, and I just decided that was a good idea to stream today. So that's happening. Um, I will warn everybody, this is a very, very short chapter. It is, I think it's only like, yeah, it's only 3 pages. So it's short, but that's okay because I was out at a function yesterday that ran very, very late, and then I had to be at work very, very early in the morning. So I'm as you would expect, which is why I'm fantastic today. Um, so there's that. So I'm gonna read that. I was debating whether or not I was gonna do 2 chapters, but I think the short one is for the best. I'm sorry that I missed everybody yesterday, but I did have, like I said, something where I had to be. It also ran very late. But thank you all for tuning in tonight. I'll get started right away. This is chapter 27 of The Guardian of the Sword. This is the 1982 edition, not the 1977 edition. Yeah, and I'm just trying to decide if I want to do a special edition of this version or combine the two and make a new alternate version. So, without further ado, chapter 27 of The Guardian of the Sword. Swift darts fly from Icar's I Swift darts fly from Icar's bows. Connell's host to battle goes. Sword and axe rage through the fray. Fierce the fight to win the fray. Now the three hold Asbound's line, standing beneath the dragon sign. The wall of blades halts Razak's hordes, and now cry woe, Hygerian lords. From Battle of Chalden from the Battle at Chalden by Artir One Eye of the Midland Plain. With the morning's light, Asbound's host took long practiced positions. By this time, a cloud of dust was rising on the horizon, which hid the Hygerian hosts from their view. By mid-morning, spear points glinted along the nearest ridge, and with a long sigh went up from the ranks of Asbound as each man took a deep breath. A dark mass appeared beneath the spear points, poured over the rim of the hill, and suddenly Razak's host was facing that of Connell. Connell, Rorik, and Fedrin sat on their horses behind the line. The wind was at their backs, a light breeze swirling cloaks and stirring Fedrin's beard. It would add a little to the range of their bows. Connell spoke. Once more the sword, again the spear, to weapons all, the battle's near. Once more to strive, then to let strife end. For homeward now our thoughts to tend. Rorik answered. The heart which in the fight was strong, and from the striving would not cease, longs but for that which is the prize. Victor's crown, the life of peace. Not to be outdone, Fedrin wrinkled his brow and declared, "The seven hills are shelter sweet, and may it come to and may it come to pass that I should come once more to see sunrise on homeland's fair green grass. I don't like it's not a good rhythmic rhyme. I'm not happy with that. And I know why. He alternated the way the rhymes went. Okay. There might be like a thing behind it that I'm not aware of. Sorry. This is editor commentary, not part of the story. But I can do that because it's very short tonight. Like, I'm already almost halfway through. Then looking at the other two, he said, "Very pretty. Now let us turn our attention to the crowd and across the field, that we may survive to make more poetry." And it was not much later the Hygerians sent in their first attack. They sent no cavalry, and only about 200 infantry. They did not attempt to engage the entire line, but rather struck in several places, feeling for weakness. Rorik looked at Connell. "Their infantry have learned some lessons from us." Connell nodded a trifle morosely. "If we win, we'll have earned our victory." Asbel's archers were not idle, but the infantry who reached the line required, as Fedrin put it, all the killing that could be managed. The three of them, leaving the general control of the battle to the lower commanders, rode up and down the line, looking for signs of weakening and encouraging men. One band of Hygerians, who seemed to have no cares for living or dying, flung themselves at the center of the line, forcing it to give way. As the line bent just before it broke, the attackers redoubled their efforts. A further force set out from the Hygerian lines, intent on taking advantage of the break. Rorik, Connell, and Fedrin came together there and led some reserves to stop the gap. They advanced slowly but steadily, thrusting back the Hygerians, who were beginning to lose some of their initial fervor. Even so, it was a near thing. They had barely restored the line when the Hygerian reinforcements struck. These, finding no gap to exploit, flung themselves in, intending to produce another. All they managed to do, however, was to hamper each other. Shortly, the entire force was in retreat. As though this were the signal, the Hygerian cavalry attacked. As Balmy horsemen dashed forward to meet them, those armed with bows rode in, turning at what seemed dangerously close, and loosed volleys of arrows as they rode away. The Hygerians, pursuing the fleeing archers, were caught almost by surprise. By the other cavalry. It says bow, but I'm pretty sure it's not bow. I'm pretty sure it means by the other cavalry, including veterans lancers, and a swirling melee was the result. The superior training of the Asbalians eventually overcame the superior number. The superior training of the Asbalians eventually overcame the superior numbers of the Hygerians. The Dark Ones broke at last, streaming back to their own lines. Yeah. I'm trying to describe it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it is what it is. It's a manuscript, and it was never published, and so therefore there's possibly a reason why it was never published. Well, it's funny though, because I kind of, like I said, I'm some parts of this one I am liking more, but for the most part, I really am more happy with the 1977 version than this one. But that's just me. And there's still more story to go. Which, like I said, there's some of the story that I really, really like and I prefer. So I might just do a re-editing once, like a little bit down the line. But that was all. That was all 3 pages. So without further ado, I'm going to bid you guys good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching past broadcasts. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all again later. I'll be better. I plan to be better rested by then. So anyway, take care and have a good night.